Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials. Good morning, it's 7 o'clock on Saturday the 11th of July. Just making my way down to the land. Bright and sunny morning this morning. As always, we'll be making it up as we go along, so not quite sure what we'll get done today, but let's find out. Well, here we are, down on the land, and as you can see, glorious sunny morning this morning. Sun's up really early. Quite a bit of rain this week, so all the grass is looking really nice and green, and how pleased am I that I spent time keeping this grass under control, because it is looking very, very nice this morning. Makes it all worthwhile. Not quite sure what we're going to get done this morning. Might be a little bit of a bit and bob video, jumping from topic to topic. Depends really how much time I've got this weekend. I'm conscious that I'm neglecting the more prepper type videos over the cabin and veg garden. Did you see that rabbit there? Just disappearing behind the polytunnel. I'll have to do something to rectify that as we go through the year. But anyway, let me get myself sorted out, get the cabin opened, let's have a look, see what's inside the polytunnel, and we'll make it up as we go along. Well, as always, first things first, quick look around the polytunnel and the vegetable garden. This mixed tub of pumpkin and squash growing well. Pumpkin is actually disappearing off across the field. Jerusalem artichokes, not quite sure what's going on with those, because they should have lots of flowers on, and so far we haven't got any. I don't know whether it's the hot weather we've had, because you can see some of the leaves are browned, whether that's delaying them, but I mean they're growing still, just no flowers yet. Coming across to the polytunnel, I've been keeping on top of the watering this week, so everything is looking pretty good. Those onions I put in are putting on some crazy growth, as is this blueberry. Lots of new growth on that. I ate all the blueberries earlier in the week. Oh, there's one there, look, still. I missed that one. Oh, and there's another one there. You can see that, yeah. So it is putting out new blueberries. Peas, a bit of a disaster with those this year, it has to be said. They did get off to a really good start, and then all of a sudden that sun came along and killed them off. Cucumbers are making up for that, because they're going everywhere, and putting out lots and lots and lots of cucumbers. They are literally everywhere. Everywhere I look, there are cucumbers. Some quite big ones back there. So they're doing very well. That little blueberry brush, putting on lots and lots of growth on that. As is that cranberry, and that's actually got cranberries on it. This watering system, it is doing my head in. I don't know if you can see down there, it's actually working. I don't know if you can see that or not on the video, but it's kind of intermittent. As you go along, some of them are working, and some of them just aren't. It's really quite bizarre. But anyway, yeah, tomatoes, lots of growth on the tomatoes over this last week or so. This one in particular has gone absolutely crazy. We have flowers, no sign of fruit yet though. There are lots and lots of flowers on all of them, but no sign of tomatoes yet. Don't know whether that's me just being over eager but I had thought I'd have some by now. Strawberries doing well. Got plenty of little berries showing down there on this one. Not seeing any on this one yet, but there's plenty of time, and they were put in quite late really. And this fig doing really well. Lots of new growth on this fig. Got high hopes for that over the coming years. Outside, potatoes. This first barrel, you can see that they're starting to yellow now. I don't think it'll be long before I can harvest potatoes out of there. This second barrel won't be far behind. Had some comments in the comment section about these flowers that suddenly disappeared. It is bizarre that they've all gone at the same time and they appear to have been eaten off rather than falling off. I have had the trail come out, and apart from rabbits I've not seen anything big roaming around. It will be out again this weekend just to see. And this last bed, not actually flowered yet, this one, because it was put in quite some time behind the others, so there's plenty of time for that to come along. These carrots that I'm growing for seed, they're starting to turn now. The flowers are dying back, so it won't be long before they're producing seed. Carrots themselves doing very well. I have had a couple of carrots out of these last two pots. I'm just leaving them. I'll give them another week maybe, I think, before I start harvesting. The two raised beds of cauliflower and broccoli. I have been harvesting broccoli and cauliflower during the week, so you will see some gaps such as there. But I have got loads and loads and loads of cauliflower, absolutely loads of them. So I'll be harvesting some more of those over the weekend and into next week. Broccoli, bit disappointed with the broccoli. I have harvested some, but this purple broccoli seems to produce single stems with very small flowers. There's a little hornet of some kind buzzing around that broccoli. So yeah, next year I'll be changing the kind of broccoli that I grow, because I do eat a lot of that. I mean, it's not a disaster as such, because I am eating it. It's just that they are small, they're not big heads. Talking about which, in this other bed, again, lots of cauliflowers coming through. These are probably 4 or 5 weeks behind in terms of growth. No sign of broccoli yet though on this bed. It is the same one, it's that purple broccoli, but cauliflowers, yeah. More cauliflower than I know what to do with, I think, this year. Though people are asking me for it, so there'll be no shortage of kitchens for it to go in. Pumpkin and squash. Squash, no sign of flowers in this bed yet. They are starting to spread out though. Although having said that, that might be tucked away in there, the first flowers coming. You can see that or not. Definitely something down there forming. Pumpkin, yeah, that's going crazy. The amount of flowers that are coming on this pumpkin bed now is unbelievable. There's loads of them, both open and new ones coming. They are everywhere now, so I suspect a really good crop of pumpkins coming this year. In fact, you can see down there the first ones that flowered. God, there are millions of flowers, they're everywhere. Yeah, so I suspect we'll be having lots of pumpkins later in the year. You'll find out, I guess, as we go along. So that's it for the vegetable garden. Everything is doing very well out here. I am looking forward to getting potatoes out of this tub, I must admit, to see how they are. I've got other potatoes growing in tubs at home, You'll have seen me do that last year in videos. So that's it, polytunnel. Vegetable beds coming on well. The actual field itself is looking very well since I cut down the grass and kept on top of it, especially that central bed. That's a world of difference now, looking out over that centre of the field to what it was. Still a few of those anthills to be dug up. I might do some of that today just to try and keep on top of it and open up a little bit more for the little red tractor. Just thought I'd share this quickly with you. I've not mentioned the IBC water tanks in quite a while, but we've had quite a bit of rain this last few weeks, and you can see there both tanks are completely full, so that gives me 2,000 litres of rainwater for whatever I want to use it for, whether it's watering the garden or whether it's using it in the shower or the sink in the cabin. I can filter that water. I've got some ceramic water filters, so I can use that if I want as emergency water for drinking, but I do bring, there's a can there, look. I do bring fresh water from home, or I have been over this last few months, because we didn't get that much rain, and I did want to get those tanks fully topped up. So now I guess it's a case of experience, knowing how much water I'm using on the garden and in the cabin, so I'll know how much of that 2,000 litres I'm going to use over what period of time. It's all a learning curve, as I'm sure you know. Until you're actually doing these things, you have no clue about the pitfalls that you're going to encounter along the way and what works and what doesn't. But really, that's the point of these videos. I'm doing it so that I can learn, and hopefully, as you see my mistakes along the way, you can learn as well and avoid those mistakes. Sometimes it's nice just to sit, have a peaceful 5-10 minutes and just take a look around, see what has been achieved so far over the past year. It's not a bad morning this morning actually, apart from a bit of traffic noise, but I can't do much about that. But just reflecting on what I've managed to get done this year, and it is actually a lot when I sort of think what it was when I first bought the land. And I wondered what your thoughts were about doing a little video segment from time to time on the subject of lessons learned, what I've actually found out, discovered, the schoolboy errors that I've made along the way, on a range of different topics to do with going off grid and self-sufficiency gardens. I have to say it's been a really big learning curve. I've watched no end of YouTube channels over the years and been in anticipation of being able to start my own off-grid cabin and self-sufficiency garden on my own piece of land, and looking around, it's hard to believe I've actually got there. But in terms of lessons learned, watching YouTube videos, everything seems to be simple, straightforward, and the reality is far from that. And I'm sure that any of the subscribers to the channel who've made their own off-grid homestead or have their own self-sufficiency garden will agree. There's an awful lot that you don't learn from looking at YouTube videos. Some of them are a bit staged, and they're not actually doing a garden as I am in the middle of a field. in the middle of nowhere. A lot of them are fortunate enough to have quite a nice homestead with their 24/7 home on their own land, and they just walk out the door and there is the garden, or there is the polytunnel. Not quite like that for me. I do have a bit of travelling to get down here. This was the closest piece of land I could find, and it did take me forever to actually find it, but I have learned a lot. And let me know in the comment section what you think about doing a series of videos on the theme of lessons learned, whatever the topic is, but primarily I thought I'd do a start by kicking off with the polytunnel and the lessons I've learned in building and maintaining the polytunnel along the way. Lots of things to do differently, and lots of things I will do differently as we go towards the end of the year. So there is the old polytunnel. I'm amazed actually that it's remained standing through the winter and the spring, with all of the really quite considerably bad weather that we've had with gales. It is nice to have the doors open, even though there is a little bit of a wind today. It's not too bad, but that has been an extreme learning curve, and it's caused no end of heartache along the way. It's been financially quite an investment as well, even for something as simple and cheap looking as that. You're still talking hundreds of pounds, and going through the journey of buying the fields and starting to develop it, finance has been an issue. So I did start off with what I thought was a reasonable polytunnel. I mean, it's 6 metres by 3 metres by 2 metres. It's not small, but as you can see, it's not industrial, and therein lies the root of the problem. With the winds that come across this field, I do need something more industrial. So for sure, as I get towards the end of the year, I'll be looking to replace this polytunnel with something that's more substantial and can cope with the weather that I get down on the field there. Good demonstration there. I don't know if it's in the video or not. The wind blowing over that water can. It was only a moderate breeze today. So that's the plan anyway. I'll do a little lessons learned video on the polytunnel, and it's a bit of an experiment, so I don't really know how it's going to come out during the edit, but hopefully it'll give some valuable lessons, and people can learn from the mistakes I've made during the past year. And hopefully, as we progress into the end of this year, we'll be able to see what I am doing differently in terms of trying to replace that with something a bit more substantial and user-friendly. It's going to be interesting. There's never a shortage of jobs to be doing while I'm down here at the cabin. You might remember I was digging out some of those ant hills last weekend and putting the waste soil into wheelbarrows. There was a lot of it, and pushing the wheelbarrows across the field, across here where this big bramble patch is. I was getting rid of the soil into the embankment along the woodland. Schoolboy error. I've mentioned a few times about brambles, and sure enough, the weight of the wheelbarrow with all that soil, I managed to pick up some of those bramble thorns in the wheelbarrow tyres, and not just one, but two. So that's a little job for today, repairing those inner tubes in the wheelbarrow tyres. But it's all good learning, and it's building skills, so all's good. Well, that's the wheelbarrow inner tube repaired. All that remains now is to get it back in the wheelbarrow, and then we're good to go with some more progress on the field. You'll remember from a previous video that I've installed CCTV around the front and back of the cabin. This does record. The rear camera at the back of the cabin had a SD card in it so that I can play back videos rather than just see the live feed. Just today, one of the many jobs, I've just popped an SD card into this one on the front as well, so that I can have playback feature for anything that might move in front or behind the cabin and trigger the camera. So that's installed that. I'll drop in some pictures just so you can see how it looks on the actual CCTV itself. But very good purchase, and it does keep me up to date during the day and night, because I do get lots of birds roaming around, especially in front of this polytunnel, and round the back I do get lots of little rabbits running around the back here, for some reason particularly in front of the door, and you can see, I think, rabbit droppings from where they've been sitting out here. It can be a little bit annoying sometimes having the camera triggered by birds and rabbits, but I'd rather be informed than not, so it's very nice to have them installed around the cabin. Well, that's it for another day. Everything's locked up, tractor's away, cabin's locked up, polytunnel closed up for the day. It's not been a bad day weather-wise, to be fair. The odd little spit of rain here and there, but sun's been out for most of it, so that's good. One thing I have noticed as I've been going around digging up the anthills and generally checking about is the amount of wildflowers that there are kicking about, and I've took a few pictures as I've been going around, so I'll do a little montage of those as I end the video for another day. Just got home from being down on the land, and I thought I'd show you these. I mentioned them in the video earlier, potatoes in a tub outside the house. And I don't know if you remember from last year, I got potato berries, and lo and behold, again, somewhere in here, there we go, we've got potato berries again, which is a bit bizarre because I've only got these on this type of potato. None of the ones down on the land have got berries at all, so it is only this variety. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I don't know if there's any more kicking around on there. No, I think it's just those few. But yeah, interesting. I'll certainly be keeping the seeds from these again this year, because you never know. Come the glorious day, if anything does happen and we do need to go completely off grid, you're not going to have potatoes, not tubers anyway, and you are going to have to resort to growing from seed. So I've just thought I'd share that with you, but that's it now. Get myself in the house and get tidied up. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you found something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. What do you think about doing a series of videos around lessons learned, things that I've discovered as I've been developing the land? Any topic you like. Doesn't have to be cabbing, can be normal prepping stuff. In fact, better if it is normal prepping stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.